Just 50 kilometers from the Russian border, Finland's Hamina-Kotka port is one of the most important transshipment centers for goods to and from Russia. Tommy Sievers is the port's sales and marketing manager. Right now he's worried about the crisis in Ukraine, which is causing a trade crisis with neighboring Russia. Until recently, 1 in every 5 containers leaving this port was bound for Russia. Tommy Sievers was counting on Russian trade to keep growing. Was that the wrong strategy?
No, I think it's very big opportunity to us, and our main volumes are still the Finnish exports, but the growth what we are looking for, it's coming from the Russian business.
Ships from Germany dock at this quay. But here too, they're feeling the effects of declining trade with Russia. Sales Director Kako Sarella says this is partly due to EU sanctions. Russian banks are finding it hard to borrow money, and the ruble's value has plummeted, making imported goods pricier.
Rubles compared to euro it's decreased 20% in 1 year, and the Russian people, they don't spend so money anymore concerning consumer goods.
These days, there are also fewer containers filled with machinery being reloaded at Hamina-Kotka. Many Russian firms can no longer afford to buy expensive Western technology. But in recent years, trading with Russia has been a bit of a roller coaster ride. The Finns have no choice but to remain optimistic.
Of course, everything is depending on the political situation in Russia and Ukraine, and after that, when that will be settled down, of course, situation will come back again.
Another major source of income at Hamina-Kotka is shipping new vehicles to Russia. But the cars parked here seem to go on for miles. They'll only be shipped when buyers have been found for them in Russia. Tommy Sievers doesn't have the exact figures, but he reckons that business has fallen by 30%. He just hopes that Russia doesn't ban the import of Western cars.
It is very horror scenario, and I don't believe that it will happen. At least not in full force. They might have some restrictions, but not total stop.
But he and the city of Kotka can't rely on that. So together with a regional development agency, Tommy Sievers is scouting for new clients. In Brazil, for instance, Russia is granting import licenses to Brazilian food suppliers to compensate for the loss of food imports from the EU. And at Hamina-Kotka, they hope to profit from the transport.
Now when there are sanctions against the European producers, for example in the daily goods and so forth, Brazil might be one of the countries to replace those volumes. And naturally they need to have those logistics routes. The first delegation from Brazil is coming here next Monday to study these opportunities.
Tommy Sievers will continue to monitor the situation in Ukraine closely. He knows that should the crisis worsen, there will be tough times ahead at Hamina-Kotka.